Welcome to Movie Reedviews with Cody Reed. Hey everyone, it's Cody Reed here again with another review for you guys. So, another movie that came out this week in addition to Lights Out, which I did review a few days ago, is Star Trek Beyond. It's the third installment of the new rebooted franchise. And so Star Trek, this actually marks its 50th year for the series, and so a lot of people want it to be really good, this upcoming movie, and to really give honor to the franchise. But you had J.J. Abrams, who rebooted Star Trek in 2009, and that's actually when I kind of got more into Star Trek and the characters. I think that it has a really great ensemble cast. I really like the new younger actors playing the iconic characters, and then I actually really like 2013's Star Trek Into Darkness. I think that was a good sequel as well. Like I mentioned, I'm not that familiar and really seen a lot of the old movies, and so I know that Star Trek Into Darkness kind of took some from Wrath of Khan, but for me, I'm just one of those newer Star Trek fans. I really like this new series, and I think that Star Trek Beyond, just saying it right off front, continues the franchise very well. So basically in this one, they're able to go on their 5-year journey into space, their 5-year mission, which was kind of hinted at the end of last movie, how they're going to be able to go out for 5 years. And the way I kind of view Star Trek is like pirates and, mariners, basically seamen who go out and they're exploring the ocean, except this time for Star Trek, they're exploring the seas. They're trying to find new planets, new forms of life, new cultures, and bring that back to the Federation of Planets and really just kind of go out. They're explorers, basically. But this new franchise also has a lot of action. So anyways, in this movie, the cast and crew for the Starship Enterprise, they're about 3 years into their mission, and Captain James T. Kirk, played by Chris Pine, he's trying to really figure himself out. It's kind of like getting into the same thing every day. He still likes it, but it's just like, where is he at in life? He's kind of having that soul-searching part of his life. But also they're kind of put to the test when this enemy comes out and they're attacking the ship for, different reasons. I don't want to get much into it, but basically this enemy Kroll and a bunch of his kind of B ships, and I call them B ships because they're all like bzzz. They don't make the noise, but they're just a bunch of different little ships that they're all attacking the USS Enterprise. And if you've seen the trailer, you'll see what that looks like, just a bunch of little tiny ships just destroying it. And so eventually the crew have to land on this nearby planet. They all get separated basically into pairings. So you have Kirk and Chekhov, who, by the late Anton Yelchin. But basically, they're paired off. Bones and Spock are paired off together. Uhura and Sulu are paired off. And then Scotty lands and actually comes across a new addition, Jayla, who, let's just get that out of the way. Jayla, this new character, is very good. She's very interesting, has a kind of cool little background, but also she has some really cool tech. I don't even know any other word to describe it. It's just very cool tech that she has in the movie. And I'll let you guess who the funniest pairing is. Bones and Spock. They're very funny. So anyway, you have these different pairings. They're kind of going out, so you get to learn a little bit about each character. They kind of have like little character moments. But then eventually, I kind of liked, after you had some of those moments, they were able to actually all meet up, since it is more of an ensemble movie. So while I did like when they were paired off, as they start meeting up later through the movie, I think that's when it started to really escalate and got even better. Just because, it's more of an ensemble movie. Like I mentioned, the new addition, Jayla, is very good, very interesting. The villain, though, Kroll, he was okay at first. I kind of liked him a little more as a villain towards the end, but in general, he was okay. But going to the main crew, you have Chris Pine playing Kirk. I think he does a great job as well. He's really coming into his own, as well as Zachary Quinto playing Spock. There's a lot of levels to this character just because they're more intellectual Vulcans. But so I think he's playing a great job. Actually, Carl Urban as Bones, Dr. McCoy, he almost steals the show. Just like with every line, he's just like so quippy and kind of like the level-headed guy, but he also doesn't really like being in space. And then just everyone pulls their weight, even if they're kind of the minor characters. Uhura, Scotty, Sulu, Chekhov, they all have little moments. Sulu's also like, he kicks butt. He kicks butt and takes names, but they each have little moments. But Bones, Kirk, and Spock probably have some of the bigger moments, and they're just, some of those main characters. Really to finish up, Like I mentioned, I mean, they had a lot of good, touching moments. The action was really good. Justin Lin, who does this installment, not J.J. Abrams, Justin Lin is really familiar with these blockbuster type movies. He did Furious 7, and also he kind of knows, how to pepper those moments in for those who have passed on. He had to deal with Paul Walker with that. And in this one, you do have a couple touching moments for Leonard Nimoy, since he has passed from the last movie. There's also a mention of him at the very end during the credits, as well as Anton, who unfortunately did pass away recently. But the movie really kept me entertained throughout. The action was there. A lot of the character moments are there. That's what I really like for Star Trek, especially these newer ones, like I mentioned. More of a newer fan, but I really do like all the different characters, the way they play off each other, the way that they're a team on the Enterprise. And it was just, the beginning did take a little bit to get started, but I think it kind of escalated through the movie. Like, it was okay, and then as they started meeting up later on in the movie, that got even better, and then the stakes are there, and the action's happening, and it really just kind of ends on a great strong point. So I was entertained throughout. It kept a good, steady pace to keep me interested. It was just the beginning was, like, okay at times, and Kroll was like an okay character until kind of towards the end when things are shaping up. So yeah, I'm actually going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know where it would rank with the other movies in the new series because I haven't watched them recently. I don't want to say that without actually watching them more recently. But I do love both last installments. They're probably around a 4 or a 4.5 for each of those. So I'm going to give this one 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think you'll really like it if you do like this new series with the characters and the action and the way that they've kind of taken this franchise again and gave it a little, the punch that it needed. So drop some comments below in the YouTube section. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm doing some of these audio reviews because it's a little easier for me and things have changed. I've kind of moved for a little bit. So we're trying those out. Make sure to subscribe though. Like talking movies. I like hearing from you guys. Drop some comments, like the video, subscribe, tell your friends, share the video, do all those things, and I'll see you on the next review.